Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. The first thing that we're going to do is shuffle out one card from the Magical Dogs Tarot to get the context or the general energy of your reading. If you want to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested, you can also find me on TikTok. The link to that will be in the description. And before I get you your first card, remember that this is a general reading on YouTube that might be for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay, just let it go, because it might just be for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make it obvious to you either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. So the card that I have is the Four of Swords, and I just saw 122. The first message from the number 122 is that change starts with you. And with the Four of Swords representing rest, contemplation, looking inward for answers, I feel like there's something here about making a difference. Like trusting yourself and believing in yourself and encouraging others to do the same simply just by doing that. Not even having to directly reason with someone with why they should trust themselves or believe in themselves. There could be another person here or many other people where you feel like you could help them understand, how to trust their intuition, how to follow it, and that kind of thing. And like how to find their answers within themselves. But I don't think you may not be able to help them in a direct way. I just think that this is really just about being the change that you wish to see and sort of being a light. I just picked up on the hermit kind of energy, but sort of being the light or a leader for those people. But you have to wait for them to want to be led until they're ready, if that makes sense. There could be something in general here you're being called to really think about, to really contemplate on, to really use your intuition on. With the number 4, oh no. This whole time I've been saying it's the Four of Swords. It's actually the Five of Swords. Wow. The Five of Swords. I just burped. Sorry, not sorry. And I just saw 333. The Five of Swords. Well, hold on one second. I feel like with the number 333 and me burping, your growth and your expansion could have something to do, or a lot to do, with accepting things about yourself that you can't control or that you can't change. Maybe just the more human side of yourself, and being understanding with yourself in that you're not perfect. And that's okay. But with it being the Five of Swords, this represents some sort of internal, mental, emotional conflict going on, which kind of has the same messages that I've been saying, which is interesting. Whatever you're having an inner battle about, an inner batter. I saw 432. I don't know. Batter could be like me accidentally saying that could be a sign, but it's either like actual batter mix or batter up at the plate. Maybe there is something here about needing to step up, and mostly for yourself. Yeah, 4, 5, 6. Trust that everything is happening for a reason. The conflict, the struggles in your life are really trying to teach you how to believe in yourself and how to trust yourself. I feel like some part of you is like Or like on the inside, you're like, I feel like I should do this, but everybody's telling me to do this. Do what you feel like you should do. The only expectations that you should be meeting are your own, but you also have to make sure the expectations that you have over yourself are realistic. With the number 5 here, I do feel like there's an opportunity here to transform, to grow, to heal. I'm going to look just a little bit deeper into this with a few cards from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot, and I just saw 555. So there's definitely some sort of inner transformation that you're either going through or you're being called to initiate. First card is the 10 of Wands. Yeah. There is a heavy burden that you're carrying here. It could be physical, but it feels mostly emotional. There's definitely a need here to let something go that feels like it's really, really, really weighing you down. The 10 on this card is a reminder from the universe and your spirit guides that they are there with you and they really want to help you let go and move on to bigger and better things. It does feel like this transformation is more internal for sure, especially with the 5 of Swords, rather than external, but this internal transformation could eventually reflect as an external transformation. When I wanted to say transformation, my mouth was going to say foundation. So there could still definitely be something here about your external foundation that you really need to let go of, and it's tied to something emotional that you need to let go of as well. Letting go of whatever it is mentally and emotionally is going to help you let go of whatever it is physically or materially. For your next card, we have the Sun. In my head, I heard La Luz, which I believe in Spanish, maybe Italian, I think it's Spanish, but it means the light. I feel like you're definitely being called to follow the light, especially with the Hermit energy coming through. The light that you need to follow is your own light. Trust that anything that is lost will be replaced. You will lose what you don't deserve, which isn't a bad thing, entirely at least, and you will gain what you do deserve. You'll make room for what you do deserve. Maybe there is something here in particular that the universe and your spirit guides want you to make room for through finding more peace and trust within yourself. Your decisions at this time are very, very important. I mean, they're always important. But with the Sun here, the inner child energy is very, very strong. I do feel this feeling, though, of embracing a new beginning. I'm picking up on, like, the full kind of energy, going into something new without any expectations. Just in it for the adventure, no matter what happens. But it feels like this, big beginning that you're being called to step into, you need to end something first. And I think it's really, really tied to your inner child wounds. Like you're attached to something that's weighing you down because you didn't get a fair chance to see yourself for who you truly are or see the world and your opportunities for what they truly are. Definitely right now is a very, very important time to connect with your inner child, and I just saw 1010. So the universe and your spirit guides really, really, really want to help you with connecting with your inner child and healing and really improving your judgment and your decision-making skills. I saw 1, 2, 3. They really want to communicate with you and guide you for a reason. They have somewhere they want you to go that you deserve to be, but you can't get there until you let go of where you are now. I definitely feel that there could be a lot of fear here, making it harder to let go of an attachment, and it's important to make sure you have control over your mind and your mind doesn't have control over you. Don't self-sabotage. I just saw 111. All of the chaos that's going on within your mind, the overthinking, the worrying, it's making it very difficult to hear your inner voice. And so you really need to slow down, which makes sense with the 4 of Swords kind of energy. You need to slow down. Contemplate. I almost said Frozen, just out of nowhere. So I guess maybe that movie could be significant in some way. Maybe it has some signs or messages for you. And it could either be the Disney movie or the horror film. Go where you feel called to go. But also, I get this feeling of like frozen in time. You really, really need to have a strong sense of stillness. Meditating, I feel like, could be very, very helpful for you at this time when it comes to making a decision. And I just felt a message about should I stay or should I go. It's that song, Wow. I just saw 12:22. It's that song from the TV show Stranger Things. But with 12:22, the universe really wants you to meet halfway through just being yourself and trusting that it's going to pay off. Because you are expressing from a place of, deception and not who you are, you're attracting things that are not meant for you. So when you start expressing who you truly are, you're going to start attracting things that truly are meant for you. Remember that what happens on the inside reflects on the outside. Your mind has control over your reality because it has control over how you feel and the decisions that you make. I just saw 1313, so a lot of good luck and a lot of good fortune. Just a sign about that seriously letting go and moving on is going to pay off. I just think that your inner child is very attached and very afraid, and it's time to connect with your inner child and reason with him or her as you deserved when you were actually younger from your parents or guardians or whatever, if that makes sense. Treat yourself like you would your younger self, because you deserve to have understanding. You deserve patience. You deserve a chance to grow, to understand, to evolve. With the word evolve, I'm feeling that message of evolve or repeat. So you could leave this situation but not do any real inner work to truly let it go, and it will put you in another similar situation. So if you don't change and evolve and transform, I just saw 420, you are going to keep getting the same outcome. That saying by Albert Einstein or whatever, trying the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. That I just saw 432. That message is definitely coming through for a reason. It's time to try something differently, to try new solutions, to really look at what you can do to have better and to have more. Recognizing your power at this time and what you do have control over is important as well. And for the last card from the deck, I have the Knight of Swords, and that's interesting because I'm saying 1515, and that number there represents devil energy from me. 1 second. So I definitely feel that whoever's watching this, it's difficult to not be impulsive, to not operate, I almost said activate, from a place of fear. Maybe you're doing something that is activating or re-triggering those fears. And there is a message here too, like, maybe you're afraid that things aren't going to go, I saw 555, the way that you want them to for a reason. You could be right, but that doesn't mean how do I put this? 1 second. I think it's just really important right now for you to look within yourself for answers. Like all different kinds of answers. Healing is very important. If you do struggle with being impulsive and operating from a place of fear, be patient with yourself, have understanding for yourself. Don't be hard on yourself because you're still learning, you're still growing, you're always learning, you're always growing. So give yourself a fair chance to do that, to truly understand the situation without being hard on yourself if you realize that you were part of the problem. And it's not, don't villainize yourself for making a mistake or for being imperfect, because that's just unrealistic and like really unfair to you. It does feel like with that devil energy coming through, I saw 1717 with the number 88. Let go, knowing your worth, what you deserve. If you're struggling with fear and being impulsive and operating from a place of fear and just stuff like that, hold on, I'm forgetting what I'm saying. Dang it. I forgot what I was trying to say, so maybe I'm not supposed to say it. Let me think on this energy for a minute so I can, see what message is trying to come through. There is definitely an attachment here that you need to let go of, and some part of you might already know that. Oh, what I was trying to say, if you're struggling with operating from a place of fear, I think the best way to overcome that is to recognize your worth and what you deserve, because once you recognize that, it's going to make it a whole lot easier to fight for what you deserve. So don't lie to yourself about who you are, your potential, and what you actually deserve. I'm going to wrap this reading up with a couple cards from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle to see what your ancestors want to say about this energy. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It says, clear your mind, be present, focus, and embrace. So, yeah, you really, really need to be sitting in an energy of stillness right now. I just saw 1911. So slowing down might be very, very difficult for you. Being in a very still, calm energy might be difficult for you. And your ancestors are coming through to let you know that you are a strong, maybe even patient person, that you are capable. There's an ancestor or two or many or however many coming through wanting to remind you of how, all of the hard work and the sacrifices that they put in to get you to where you are now. And that's not to say that you're being ungrateful or anything, not at all, but your ancestors just want you to know that you are strong, you are their blood, and that you can do this. Definitely you need to stop telling yourself, I can't, because you can, which honestly, it's not easy to start telling yourself I can instead of I can't. I'm still working on that myself. I did just see 2020, so that could be an important year for someone, or this could be about 2020 vision, seeing things clearly. That's definitely what you need to be doing right now. And the best way to do that is to slow down, be in the still, and clear your mind. Recognize what feelings are coming from your fear and what feelings are coming from your intuition. I do think you need to focus on having a better understanding of what actually is your intuition and what is, like I said, fear. Being present. Remember that the past and the future are created in the present. So if you don't want to keep repeating the past or experiencing the same disappointments in the future, do things differently now. I saw 21.21 coming down to 33 for me, and also a 6. So yeah, your growth is very, very important right now, because the universe and your spirit guides really want you to expand in a way that you deserve. They want you to grow and to take advantage of your own potential. With your fears here, since I am feeling a lot of fear energy here, I want you to know that that fear is a reflection of your potential. How strong that fear is a reflection of how strong your courage has a potential to be. You just really need to change your perspective on yourself, and you need to stop telling yourself, I can't. If you think that you're not capable, stop telling yourself that, because you're making it true. Remember, be careful with what you believe, because your mind has control over your reality. I'm seeing 222 right now, so just confirmation there that you need to be removing things from your life that do not serve you, and you need to prioritize your worth and what you deserve, and being honest about how you feel and setting boundaries to protect yourself from being taken advantage of or being taken for granted. You have a lot more power than you think you do. Oh my gosh. So I actually flipped over the next card, but I'm not ready. Let me finish this first, and then I'll explain this next card. But with focus, I do think you need to either shift your focus or find a way to make it easier for you to focus on what means the most to you. I'm seeing 23, 23, 55, confirming that inner transformation with embrace. This is where this next card that I've seen too soon gets interesting. With embrace, that message I got is to embrace whatever new beginning in your life is being presented to you, being offered to you, or that will happen after you end something. I'm seeing 2, 3, 4. Trust that everything happens for a reason. This card that I saw, it says, enjoy new beginnings, celebrate, socialize, and change. So, yeah, there's a very, very strong energy here, or strong confirmation that it's time for you to embrace the new, to let go of the old and to move on and, to change. It's time for a change, and to not, and to also celebrate that change. You should definitely be proud of yourself for letting something go that's very challenging and finding the courage to start something new, or to just experience change in general. I just saw 4, 4, 4. I think getting comfortable with change has a lot to do with building a stable and secure foundation, not only externally, materially, and physically, but also mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. There's an inner transformation here that you're really being called to go for. And I almost said endure, but I don't want to make it sound like it's challenging. It may be, honestly. I mean, my own transformation was challenging. It probably will be challenging, but I'm picking up on like 9 of Wands kind of energy. You are a very resilient and a very patient person when you want to be. You're very stubborn when you want to be, and now it's just time to be stubborn about, for the right reasons. Being stubborn because you deserve better, rather than being stubborn because you're not getting what you want, if that makes sense. I feel like at this time as well, it may be good to connect with actual people in your life or with just another person, communicate how you feel, get that out there. Maybe using the 988 chat line could be helpful for you. You don't necessarily have to be suicidal or anything like that to use that service, but I think it could be helpful for you to connect with people, to communicate, and stuff like that. I think feeling connected is definitely what you need the most right now, and I saw 2626. So as your last message with that coming down to the number 88, definitely let go, knowing your worth and that you deserve more. That will be the end of your reading. I hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you'd like to hit the like button to show me that, that's the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can donate through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any. I'd really love to connect with you more. And I want to thank all the people who have been showing their support thus far through likes and comments and everything. That really means a lot to me. And I also want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.